So true, funny how it seems, always in time, but never in line for dreams. Head over heels, went toe to toe. This is the sound of my soul. This is the sound. I want a ticket to the world, but now I've come back again. Why do I find it hard to write the next line? Oh, I want the truth to be said. I know this much is true. I know this much is true. With a thrill in my head and a pill on my tongue, there's over nerves that have just begun. Listening to Marvin all night long. This is the sound of my soul. This is the sound, always slipping from my hands. Stands a time of its own. Take your seaside arms to write the next line. Oh, I want the truth to be known. I know this much is true. I know this much is true. I bought a ticket to the world, but now I've come back again. Why do I find it hard to write the next line? Oh, I want the truth to be said. I know this much is true. I know this much is true. This much is true. This much is true. This much is true. I know this much is true. 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 I know this much is true. This much is true. This much is true.
Right. Hello. How y'all doing? Happy witching hour. So I'm not here to complain. I'm here to enlighten. But I gotta tell you, These people that are chasing and stalking around us witches and high priestesses and healers, they looking for energy. They looking for healing. And, you know, there's certain things that we can do. Like, for example, I'm going to be honest with y'all. When I'm dealing with a dude, the sexual contact that we have is typically very healing to his soul, to his body. And, I figured out that that's why, a lot of them get addicted, almost like a drug. But I feel like a lot of these people, like that even some of y'all that y'all are witnessing on the internet, they refuse to connect to source. And that's why they do a lot of the stuff that they do. Like, for example, my advertisement for my business is so easy. They want to make it hard because these people want to latch on to people like myself. I just put my flyers out there, feed my spirits, and people come in. I ain't got to beg nobody to do nothing. I ain't got to try to dim nobody else's light. I ain't got to lie on nobody. I ain't got to stalk nobody. I ain't got to drive around wearing spy glasses and peeping in through people windows and stuff. It's terrible. Why don't these people just connect to source? Like, for example, that Shiva ritual, the chakra realignment ritual, that's huge. That's like gonna change many, many people's lives for the better. It changed my life for the better. Like, and I was fine with my life prior to that. Okay. And I did it because Shiva came in and was like, you know how they do. These people that are on the attack, why don't they just connect to source? This is not just women telling them to do that, because a lot of them refuse to listen to people if they're a woman, or if they're a black woman, or if they're gay, or if they're straight. But it's about understanding that they out here trying to dim people's light, just uh, you know, doing all these smear campaigns against people, doing everything the hard way, when all they got to do is connect to source, and everything that they want and need is going to come to them. What is the problem? Now, I know I make it sound simple, because there are a few realities that a lot of people get pulled into, to where you may have several, up to 10 people trying to steal your identity, steal your energy. It's weird. I mean, I think we do have like 10 chakras. Well, I think we have more than 10 chakras, actually. The ones that we speak of are the main ones, right? But what is it? It's so bizarre. These people, like, I'm working on a client right now, that literally just, these people, they're human beings. They're just extremely depraved. They're like parasites. I have a theory that maybe they were parasites in a previous life. All of them had a cord to my client, and all of them were trying to steal everything from her mind, her heart, her spirit, her muscle, her blood, her bone. Like, and so if you guys notice on the website, I do have the new ultimate vampiric demonic. It's on there. It's basically like a switch back your destiny, take back your destiny package. So some of y'all need that. And typically, if you got issues like that, that means that you have a lot that they want from you. And I have seen these people suck people dry before. I see it a lot as a witch, as a high priestess. All they got to do is connect to source. Like, even source will heal you. They just don't get it. You know what they'll say? They say, oh, that's lame. Oh, that's corny. What? And that's why they not getting nowhere. That's why they stayed in limbo for months and months. That's why they feel the need to try to drag other people down. That's why they're, oh, you're a poopy face, and lying on people and stuff. The bottom line is that you need to get yourself together. Hey, Angelus Cardis. Hello, Carter. So I don't know what to tell them. I don't, like, and a lot of them have a lot of pride, but sometimes you can have way too much pride. You have to connect to nature. These people are disconnected from nature. And I'm not talking about just nature on this earth, I'm talking about the entire universe. A lot of these people have such bad anxiety that they can't even look up at the sky. And that's a problem. You need to recharge yourself. The reason why people are out there energy harvesting, doing stupid ass vampire spells and shit, the reason why they're doing those things is because they are not connected to source and they don't know how to connect to source. So they go through all this rigmarole. They go through all these changes up and down the street, codependent as all get out. Why are you codependent when you live on the abundant earth? Now, I do realize that there are some mishaps, because what I found is that drug addicts, I'm talking about people on hard substances like crack, cocaine, and things of that nature, they, especially when they out of options, they don't have nobody to take care of them, they gonna do whatever it takes to get that drug, and they don't care who they have to destroy. So that's literally why these people, that's literally why I have an ex-client that's on drugs. She's on drugs real bad, apparently. And she's been following me and stalking me for 3 years straight. It's ridiculous. It really is. All day long, because a drug addict, they want to, they're going to pay their bills if they have to. They're going to try to find a way not to pay those bills. But, and that's one of the reasons why I can't stand that black group. We don't call them the black sector. We call them the lack sector. I'm sorry. They lack luster. They're desperate. Anybody that is that desperate as how they act clearly has some kind of substance addiction. And those people are out here trying to compete with witches that are not addicted to substances. They out here trying to bring us down, and that's what drugs do. They take and take and take. But it's not just drug addicts that you're dealing with. It's people out there that are sick, they got ailments. They be trying to teach people how to take the life force of somebody else. And it's just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? When they could literally connect to source. That's all they got to do. Source is what? The sun, the moon, they don't know how. And then also they need a witch to do it. And they don't like witches. So then they try to steal and take from us, with that of which they're not going to be able to do. As a witch, I can go in through your mirrors. There's no such thing. You can't lock your mirrors. My spirits can come in through wherever you want, is wherever we want, as long as you have anything of mine in your house. That's the truth. Cause some of y'all be like, I think that person stole a personal item of mine. When you dealing with a witch, it doesn't matter. And they hate that for some reason, because at the same time, they need our wisdom. They need our love. They need our healing energy, especially somebody like me. But yet they don't want to respect us. They want to be disrespectful. They want to fantasize that they can do the I dream a genie thing. I talked about that yesterday. That ain't how it works. First of all, as a witch, I'm not a genie, I'm a witch. Flesh and blood, bleed every month, have children to support and feed. So my spirits are going to make sure that they do what it do. They will come straight to you. Whatever you try to rob out of my house, they're going to take it back. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All I got to do is light an incense stick. I don't have to have candles. I don't even have to go outside and burn fires or nothing like that. I do that just because I like being close to nature. He better not aim his loser karmic towards me like he did before. Nurse Oasis. I'm, tell- I'm telling you, these people are crazy. They are confused. They lost. They real lost. Especially the ones that's running around here all arrogant and shit and negative. You know, and want to be disrespectful to people and thinking that, thinking that they're going to get somewhere. All I do is sit back and do my flash sales, and people come to me to get their readings. That's all I do. I don't have to come on here and talk about people and do smear campaigns against people, and I think that there are certain people that will get jealous of you when you don't have to do the stuff that they do. My cleanses, my rituals, they come straight from my deities and my spirits. They sell themselves. I don't have to force nobody to do nothing. It's like you either want the healing or nah. You want to suffer or nah. And typically around this time of the year, they start doing a lot of spirit swapping and all that craziness when they could literally just connect to source. And source took you, when you were, just think about the gestation. It took you 9 or 10 months gestational to grow in your mother's womb. And so during that time, your mother and what was going into her cosmic womb was all of the universe was going into you. And then when you come into this world, you have people that are broken, gutted, they empty, they hollowed out, and they want to try to feed off of people. Now, I've been literally communing with source, communing with my spirits, and guess what? The people that don't know how to do it, they're ignorant, they're upset, they're lost in this world. They want to come to me and take what I harnessed it from source, and they not gonna be allowed to do it. They gonna get popped upside their head. And that's what you have going on here. Whether or not, because the subconscious, even though the subconscious can be very dangerous, but everything that you do for survival is connected to your subconscious. So these people subconsciously do things and they don't even realize it. They don't even care about how they look. You look desperate. My that client that I was telling y'all about that's stalking me, she's literally stalking me, trying to make me look bad or shame me because of an ex. Like, why do you think that that gives you any power? Why do you think that gives you any kind of accolades, or like people are gonna actually respect you? Why do you think that? Like what is that? I'm not even trying to manifest with that energy. Why are you trying to do that? What are you trying to dig out of my trash cans or something? She's literally digging, like anybody that is talking about me and a past relationship is literally digging in the trash. I've never seen people dig in trash before like that. I've never seen people so depraved. That's exactly what this chick is trying to do. I'm sitting up there. I'm like, what is she doing? Like, and she ain't making no money. She ain't making no money. Oh, I'm over here filling orders and boxes. You not doing nothing. You might get a little small donation from that gutted sector. That sector ain't got no money in it, and she gonna tell me what to do. I've been in business since 2015, manifesting not only for me but for my clients, and she gonna teach me something, because now everybody wants to be an expert in everything else that everybody is doing. Like one of those kind of people that goes to a doctor or goes to a mechanic or goes to somebody that is highly trained, vetted in it, and they gonna tell them how to do their damn job. That's her, even though she ain't even never had a job in her life. You the expert, but this person gonna try to tell you how to do it. Now everybody know I've been running my business since 2015, and this chick tried to tell me how to run my business because I was doing too good for her. She didn't like that. And she ain't even an ex-client. She really was implanted at my company. And the only way you gonna get out of it is if you come clean and you connect to source and ask source to clear you of that bad karma. But a lot of them don't know how to do that. A lot of them don't. So they trying to figure out how I'm able, like they're totally lost on how I manifest. They have no idea how I manifest the things that I need. So they're going around saying that I'm doing sex work. Like, really? Like, come on now. That's just like saying a person that lost 30 or 50 pounds only lost it by smoking drugs, and they are drug addicts. Like, no, people actually walk, they work out, they do yoga, they eat properly. Oh no, you was smoking drugs. Like, no, hun, no. I've been busy. I was busy all day yesterday. Busy all day yesterday. They busy worshiping me, basically online, as if this is the damn Truman Show or something. And my name ain't Truman. Yeah, these people need to connect to source. They don't know how. The spiritual advice that they get is all wrong. It does not work for them. There's no way that they would ever be able to afford to live where I'm living, but yet they're claiming that I'm homeless. They wouldn't even be able to afford to live the lifestyle that I live right now. They see me doing haul videos. They see me happy, and the reason why is because they're miserable. Don't be like those people. You end up stuck at a dead end. These people are at a dead end in life. Like you already fell all the way off. Anybody that makes a decision to come to social media and attack a 5'4" woman and her baby and her kids, oh, boo boo, you done fell all the way off. You done fell all the way off. Anytime you feel the need to do anything to try to harm innocent children, you you ain't fell off. You buried already. You dead already, honey. You dead already. Okay. Anytime you got to do that. I've had people trying to do that to me for 10 years. They can't do harm to me. You know what I'm saying? They only harm themselves. And it just like, why don't these people connect to source? It is so weird. And it's because and they always listen, there's a difference between saying something saying something that sounds good and actually connecting. They'll come on here, Ashe, and the cosmic womb, and the universe, and the frequencies, but they don't actually connect to it. Because if they did connect to it, why is it that they're saying all of this, but yet they attacking Jamila and a baby? Like that, like, wait a minute, that don't even fit together. And playing victim is weird. It's bizarre. And then latching on to people. So, I just connect to source. What is source? I'm not at liberty to teach you that. They want me to teach them. I'm not going to do it. My classes are private. I don't have to come on here and teach what I know to people that don't appreciate anyway and don't have the ability to even connect with it. And that could be very dangerous. Some of this information can be dangerous to some of these people. They don't need to know how to connect because they've been done tried to connect and their mentality is so perverted that they get them they ain't gonna do nothing but hurt themselves and the people around them. So that's why they don't need to know. You know what I'm saying? So, it just it's very bizarre. It really is. And there are some people they choose to stay ignorant. They make a choice to stay ignorant. How do you make a choice to stay ignorant? How do you do that? Even religious people know that there's a connection with nature. Some of these people are literally just sitting behind a computer and they're stuck to their computer desk. That's a majority of the trolls that harass and stalk me. They literally do not get up for hours per day. They just sit in front of a computer hours per day stalking me. And it just doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. And the reason why you stalk me is because I'm out there in nature. I went outside like several times today to do what I had to do. You sense that, you feel that, but yet you're stuck in front of your computer. You're stuck in the house, staring at me, talking about me. Why are you doing that? Because you know I got all the goodies over here. And you mad and you jealous. That's a fact. And I've been dealing with them for 10 years now. They still don't know. They still don't know. And they can't teach nobody nothing. They can't teach nobody nothing and they can't do nothing for nobody. It's ridiculous. Ask any of my students, they're highly satisfied. The way we manifest with what is with everything that is above and below. They don't get it. And somebody, and you know what? The reason why I love my students so much is because they can be taught. Some people can't be taught. Because ignorance is a spirit, it's a frequency, it's a way of life, it's a paradox, it's a reality, it's a nightmare. They are stuck in that nightmare of their ignorance. And they not probably not gonna ever get out because they're too prideful and they want to be disrespectful. Then they want to sit up there and look for energy sources in people. That's a big mistake that people are making. That puts you at the bottom of the barrel. You're at the bottom of the totem pole. There's a reason why the pyramids face upward towards the sky. Learn something. Learn something besides ignorance is what they need to do. Whether or not you're trying to manifest healing, money, wealth, or love. Right now, my ex wants me back. He can't have me back. There's no going back. He don't know. He didn't know how to get with me in the first place. So he comes to social media he wants me to be codependent on him. It ain't gonna ever happen. If I needed to, I would call to my spirits to make sure that I'm independent without him. I am independent without him. I don't need him. And I'll never allow him to do anything for me ever again. That's a privilege. When a woman allows you, and that's why I like my new dude. He is so wonderful. I love his energy. It's a privilege when a woman lets you do something for her. That's a privilege. If you know, because a lot of women that I know, they won't accept anything from a man, especially if that man is not their husband. Okay? So, if somebody allowed you, especially y'all know I got that gypsy blood. Sometimes gypsies won't even let you bring back stuff to them, items or treasures that you stole. Don't bring that back to me. Uh-uh. If I allow you to pay a debt to me financially, you need to take that as a blessing. Okay, I am a goddess. I'm not no peasant. So my ex is now online begging me to take money from him. Begging me to take money from him. Begging me to unblock him. Begging me to need him. Right now, he's been doing it for 2 days straight. I already told him the end. I will never accept money from you ever again. Now he's hurt because I won't take his money. Insulting my new man. He don't know my new man. Calling my new man homeless, calling him a trick. Like, what in the world? Like, right, yeah, yeah, sure, dude. No opulence at all about himself. So and I told him, I said you need to realize that I allowed you to give me that money. So I allow you to give me money to make up for all of the crap that you did, which wasn't enough. And then you go and do what you're doing. You find one, hold on to them. A good one these days, a good woman is hard to find. That's why he trying to hold on to me. But he wants to come online and say disgusting things because to him the whole world is the internet. Not the internet, I'm sorry. To him the whole world is this one little bitty tiny group of people. He can't fathom the entire rest of the world out there. And for some reason in his mind, he thinks that my new man, my new beau, is watching him. He would never listen to you. He would never, he don't have nothing to do with that. I filled him in a little bit about what was going on with it, but he's not interested whatsoever and never would be. So I don't know who he thinks he's talking to. My clients would never listen to you. Nobody that I work with would ever listen to anything that you say. You're not affecting me. You're actually only afflicting your audience. Why don't you give your audience better content than that? He just filled with hate and anger and upset at me because I won't take his money. I'm not going to take your money. And that's what he wants me to do. And it ain't happening. I make my own money. When you got a woman that's independent like that, that makes her own money, she ain't gonna put up with no crap. And once it was over a month ago when it was over, that was it. And he got people that basically are caping for him, trying to say break up and make up. There will never be any making up with this dude. Like, I don't like, he needs to accept it. I don't want your money. I don't want your time. I don't want your energy. You're blocked. It doesn't matter what you do or what you say. He gonna learn a lesson of respect. Now, I do connect to sources of many things. But when it comes to healing and blessings and prosperity and all of that, y'all already know what I work with. I work with Jupiter, I work with Mars, I work with Saturn on that joint, I work with the moon, and yeah, I do work with deities and spirits. You know what I'm saying? He want to jump. He would. I'm telling y'all, have a problem with an ex. I will definitely be calling on some spirits to get that person. You know, when somebody's done, they're done. And he gonna try to force it. No, you're not gonna force it. So and he thinks that coming on YouTube and throwing a temper tantrum and showing photographs from 2 months ago. The Y'all know that the moment from the first day that I moved out of that house, I was getting clients, spiritual clients. None of that matters. I am who I am. I can live in a refurbished bus and clients would come to me. I could literally live in a recreational vehicle. I could literally be living in a tent and clients would still come to me. That does not apply. And however much money I want to make, that's what I'm going to make based upon how I choose to live. He don't understand that. He never lived that life. He told me that I was a devil, that I was evil. He tried to convince me that my spirits didn't like me, like Belial and you know, Baal and Pyman, because he owns some silly stuff. You know what I'm saying? And don't no woman have to depend on no man for no money. And for a while, that used to be a real problem for women in this society. They making me want to vote for Kamala Harris just for the hell of it. I might end up changing my vote to Kamala because there used to be a time where women were not allowed to vote, where women were not allowed to work. They couldn't divorce their abusive husbands. They were casted out. They were shamed for getting away from their abusive man. We don't live in those times anymore. So if you're an abusive man with very repulsive, impulsive energy to where you don't know how to respect a woman, I mean, I've said it. I've told my ex, why don't you just go be with a man that enjoys that kind of behavior? Don't no woman want to put up with that. Not no real woman want to put up with that. Not no woman that's about something. A real woman that's about something, that knows herself, that has found her north. you know it just ain't gonna happen. And what is this, some kind of free for all? What you think you just gonna push me away and pull me back whenever you want? No, it's not gonna happen. I'm not available. I am not available to that person anymore. And that's the end of the story. You want to argue about it? Guess what? That's why you gonna meet some spirits. You gonna be hearing glasses breaking, mirrors gonna be popping. You gonna burn the bacon. Don't play with me. And I think that's why a lot of these men have a problem and a serious hatred for witches to begin with, because they know that they can't get along with get away with that crap. And witches have excellent relationships with men. That's not true. They try to act like we some hellions and we're bad people, and that's not true. Just like it's a lot of men that love prostitutes and sex workers, they love them hoes. It's a lot of men that love them witches. Okay? So that's just what it is. And what am I supposed to do about it? Okay? So, and I don't know. You throw any kind of hate at me and it's going to backfire on you. My Venus is in Venus. So that would make me a double Venus. My Venus zodiac sign is a Taurus. My moon sign is a Virgo. And see, you got to know how to read and interpret them charts. That means that the moon and Mercury is carousing and conspiring for me all the time. My sun sign is in Cancer. My rising sign is in Leo. So I'm a Cancer, Leo, Virgo. Then I believe my Mercury is in Gemini. I have a very Gemini dominant chart. So it's almost like I stay 10 steps ahead of people at all times. I have a Mercury dominant chart. If you have a chart that's dominant in Mercury, you are either a cosmic witch. And then I believe that my eighth house is in Scorpio too, if I'm not mistaken. I think I got Scorpio in one place in my chart, and that's my eighth house. So you dealing with me, you're gonna be dealing with some pressure, especially if you an adversary and you're trying to go against my will. If you're trying to go against my will, especially if you're a man, that I told, look, like they said, when the queen dismisses you, you need to go. You're not gonna stand around talking crazy, being disrespectful. I think my Saturn might be in Leo, if I'm not mistaken. I have to go and look at my chart. But I'm on the cusp of Gemini. My birthday is June 23rd of 1977, not 1976, 1977. There was a lot of great people born that year. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And then I have a very powerful chart. And one of my witchy friends on here, I was looking at one of her videos, and she was saying it's not good for you to show people your chart. But in reality, like, I'm not worried about showing people my chart. I get what I want, I get what I need, and I get what my clients want and need. Period. And I got healing in my blood. So I don't understand what the struggle is about. I'm completely aloof to it. I put up a website. Y'all remember when I had Etsy? They kept watching those numbers go up and up and up on my Etsy. They decided we want to shut down her Etsy. You know what I'm saying? And now they shut all the way down, 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 down. So they sent a fake client. Well, she sent herself and decided she wanted to fuck around and find out. Came to my Etsy, bought a cleanse, and then like 2 days later filed a claim with Etsy. And I went ahead and left Etsy anyway because I didn't appreciate the fact that they allowed her to do that. So me and Etsy don't get along like that no more. Okay, we don't get along like that no more. And I didn't say nothing last week, but old girl that's stalking me tried to put in a claim with Etsy. My shop is no longer on Etsy. She was in dire need of money so bad that she tried to put in a claim on Etsy. I put it in spam. I said, girl, bye. I got that notification from Etsy. I said, girl, bye. First of all, it was from 4 years ago. Like, you that desperate that you're trying to get money back from 4 years ago, girl, get a job because this whole thing ain't working for you, child. It's not working for you. I didn't say nothing to nobody, but she did do that. Old girl that's been over there stalking me all day and night, every day for several hours per day. Mm-hmm. Trying to act like I owe her something. Mm-hmm. People are crazy. She ain't connected to source, and neither is her man. Neither is her man. Neither one of them are connected to source. That's their problem. You know? And they think that being connected to me is source. No, I'm pretty much a human being with a beating heart. I'm not an inanimate object. And then, that's when I just kind of start ignoring people for real. And certain religions can cut you off from source too. That's another problem. You know what I'm saying? So get connected to source. I'm not gonna tell you how. I guess you just for the rest of your life and for the rest of these people's lives, they just gonna go around making a complete fool out of themselves because they refuse to sit down and listen. Because you can't rob my house. I've heard some of them people in that group try to describe me as an easy lick. Oh, honey, you can't even come nowhere near me. You can't come nowhere near me. You be putting a chokehold, baby. You be putting a chokehold by my spirits. They would choke you up and give you the shakedown. Okay? But you know what they say? They say that the way that you treat people is ultimately how you were treated at some point. They need to get over it, is what they need to do. Did you top your coffee up off? Because I need mine topped off too. Yeah, top mine off. Can you put some more creamer in it too, or milk or whatever? Mm. So, I'm doing some great things and I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like so positive, and anybody that's feeling negative, that's on you. Jamila don't have nothing to do with that. You know, we all positive natured over here. Everybody doing something positive, and I guess I'm gonna either be an angel or angel to some and a demon to some people. Oh well, because you try to rob me and take anything, I'm gonna take it back. Thank you, son. My son makes the best iced coffee, y'all. Anyway, I'm so happy, y'all. I just been so happy. And my spirits have really been making me happy. And my ex tried to do like a literal invasion. Like, I don't know if he's talking to aliens or something, but I'm like, any kind of alien is gonna get stopped by Shiva. Like, Shiva's gonna protect. Y'all just don't know how amazing Shiva is. He literally tried to invade. Like he was trying to do an invasion. Like he was like he was gonna bust through and break everybody down. And I guess he was supposed to be breaking me up with my new bow or whatever. Like, boy, bye. And he'll never know who he is either, y'all. I got a new man. And I just adore him. I just totally adore him. I am totally just enamored by him. You know what I'm saying? Just everything about him, his body, his mind, his spirit. He is such a beautiful person. I love him so much already. I do. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm definitely in my feelings. And he is so strong, and he's very strong and protected. You can tell he's very strong. There is nothing more that is a turn on than a strong man. You know, when it comes to women, us being strong, a lot of men admire that. But I'm talking about attractability where you just like, oh my God, I want you so bad. Is a strong man. Mm-mm-mm. I love me a strong man. And he's real strong. He is. And I ain't gonna give no details about him, no. Just know that he's strong, he's cute, and he knows how to hold a conversation. Like, that's the one thing that I noticed about him. After sitting down and talking to him for like hours and just sitting and talking, like his conversation just is so amazing. Like, so. And I told him that I told, well, I don't fall in love easily, but I told him, I said, I'm gonna fall in love with you, is what I told him. So he knew it. He know what this is for real. And no, we ain't about to come on YouTube together and all that. No. No. He does his work, I do mine. Okay? But he does have a job. So when you ask the universe for something, the universe is gonna give it to you when you ask for it. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, oh, there's a video that I had put up on TikTok that I need to upload here because there's some new policies on love work that I'm doing. And so I'll upload the video because I'm not gonna go over that. That'll be uploaded in a few minutes and everything. So I know I'm in good spirits. I feel peaceful. I feel happy. I feel loved. I feel well taken care of. Got money in the bank. My ex tries to block my money. He tried to block my money so that I would be forced to go to him and ask him for money. And he's sitting over there regretting it right now because I know he's having some problems. He's very upset about trying to block me like that because it didn't work. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's silly. I think that women should definitely have better standards than a man that would hate on them. You're looking for love, but from me, but yet you show me hate, and that's something that I've never respected about him. And I'm not gonna come on YouTube and continue to argue with him about that. That's not why I'm here. He's trying to take the focus off, and spirit ain't gonna do nothing but beat his ass. Spirit's gonna beat his ass until he shut up. And trust me, my spirits have been waiting. That's how I can tell that these spirits, they are very loving, because all of my spirits just pretty much waited patiently for me to be completely done with him. You know what I'm saying? And they supported me the entire time that I was going through it with him. And they are so happy and so relieved, because they just kept telling me, leave that boy alone, leave him alone. He ain't no good for you. It feels good to have those, prayers answered, because, he is a horrible person. He is an awful person. I'm not even going to hold him up on that. He's a disgusting person. Absolutely disgusting. Weird, insane. They're just, oh my God. So, and my spirits are pleased with that. They're pleased with that. But they're only pleased because they want what's best for me. They want me, they were showing me. They were like, you see that, and you thought that was it for you. I'm like, nope. It's ridiculous. But so sometimes people, he need to go find himself, is what he needs to do. And a lot of other people. Oh my God. I just swallowed a bunch of bitter coffee. Let me stir this up better. All right, y'all, I gotta go. I'm gonna lay myself down because I gotta get up early. So I'll talk to y'all later. All right, have a happy Tuesday. And then also visit divineservicesapothecary.com. I have a new ritual, which is my chakra realignment ritual. Y'all need to check that out and come get at that, because it's amazing. Okay. Bow to you by Lord Shiva. That's another thing. Don't try to compete with a god. Like, I listen, to me, that's a turn off. He will come on here and call himself Lord this and Lord that, and he can't even figure out how to have an earthly experience as a human. He can't even figure that out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's another thing. Like, when I started sharing photos of Lord Shiva, he's upset about that. So if I were Christian and love the Lord, like like the Christian Lord, he would have a problem with that. He would be jealous of that. He would be. I guess I'm supposed to look at a man like he's God, and I ain't even gonna lie. My new man, I do look at him as a God. I do, and I don't think he likes it, because he's very humble. You know what I'm saying? And I like that about him. But I still kind of look to him with amazement, just when I look at him, because of his physique. You know what I'm saying? And the way that he carries himself. Pretty amazing. Okay. And ultra attractive is all I gotta say. You know, a man that carries himself in that way is always going to win. And then plus I feel like it's so weird. I feel such a deep connection with him. It's weird. And it just literally happened well, it didn't happen overnight, but it feels like it did. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, I think it was like what, 3 months ago, I think I made a wish for him to come into my life. It was about 3 months ago. So, anyway, y'all have a good evening. Okay. Have a happy witching hour. Blessings to y'all. Bye bye.